Hi, my name is Jorge Corona. I'm an engineer, designer, developer, and IT professional. And I've been doing this for the last 10 years. And the last 5 years, I've been doing full stack development. This is my video resume of what I've been doing in the last 5 years and really specifically the last 1 year. So I'm a full stack developer. What does that mean? That means I do everything in the back end and everything in the front end and everything in between. So what is my stack? I do AWS, and LAMP, which is Linux, Apache, PHP, and MySQL. I do know Postgres and have worked with SQLite. And for PHP, I know a couple of frameworks. I know Laravel, CodeIgniter, and Cake PHP. And right now, I'm actively doing Laravel stuff in the last year. And that's for the backend stuff. For the front end stuff, I do Node.js, JavaScript, jQuery, Vuex, and Twitter Bootstrap, and CSS. So that's what I do for the front end stuff. In addition to the front end stuff, there's something that it's not really talked about or my resume, which is UI UX. That's user experience and user interface. So yeah, I can do mock-ups, I can do sketches, I can go ahead and visualize what the client wants, and I love that stuff. And I care about usability, and everything that I do, really, I try to make it as usable as possible, depending on the client needs. Here on the screen, I made this website called miaautos.com. And so I made this website last year for fun, and because I saw there was a need for the Latin community to have a budget app that was in Spanish, because I saw the top Fortune 500 companies, they didn't have a budget app that was for Spanish speakers. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to make it in Spanish for them. Right now it's in English, but I made it to default for Spanish speakers. And so I did it in a way that it was aesthetically pleasing, that was good UI, good usability, and mobile friendly. I like things that are mobile friendly, like, they always say mobile first. I like that concept. I'm all about making things mobile friendly, to make it scalable, to make it usable. And I like thinking about people who don't have a keyboard or a mouse and how they're going to navigate. And so I try to implement as much as possible in the short amount of time that I had with this project. The goal for this project was to spend 80 to 120 hours on it. And I ended up spending 96 hours. So I think I did a pretty good job on this. And let me just give you a quick tour. So if you were to go and fill this out, I made it to be a wizard and be iconic. So even if somebody didn't understand the words in their language, they can know that this means cash. And then I made it easy so people can just click enter, and fill this information out. And contextually, it's not heavy. It's not like 10,000 questions or 10 questions. It's one question at a time where people can focus on that one question, and they can just click through this. And at the end, you have this report here that tells you a lot of information, where your money is going per category, and lots of recommendations, like maybe you should lower your housing, maybe you should zero out your budget, save for the future. Lots of recommendations here based on your input. So let me show you that it is mobile friendly. If you go to mobile, it actually looks good here in mobile. You click on these questions, they also look good on the questions, and it's really easy to navigate through all this and go back and update information. And you can even export this to PDF if you wanted to, and you don't need to log into this. One of the things I wanted was to be accessible, so you don't need to log into it if you don't want to. You don't need cookies either. Everything is stored in the PHP session, so even if you're on mobile and you refresh this page, it will save that data for you. It's not just going to go away, and that's one of the things I really wanted it to be, was accessible. And I accomplished that. And after I did this, I went ahead and added another module for the California paycheck. That's another budget, but I just want to show you guys what I've been up to in the last year. And what is this using this stack? This is in the back end PHP, Laravel, MySQL on Linux, Ubuntu on AWS. And on the front end is Vuex, Node.js, and Twitter Bootstrap with Node.js components, and some charting in here too. Okay, so this is for fun. For work, the only thing that I can show you guys is this here, which is a publicly available website, lbt.i2sl.org. I've been working on this project on and off for the last 2.5 years. And last year, I added this module, operational practices. This is for benchmarking laboratories for engineers to use. So I added this module here, which uses e-charts for charting. And you can just go and pick a question here, and it's going to go do API call to building performance and get the answers to this question and show you here. And you can actually filter out things like you want just biology. You can go hit apply and it'll update this just for biology. You can clear it out. And this is all that it does. Very easy, very simple, very clean. If you notice it, this is very clean, very simple. And the usability is very simple. And this is just me. I like things simple, easy. And for this project, I just want to say that it was on time, on budget, and the client loved it. One of the things I want to mention here is something that they said, which was they have worked with many other developers. And we were one of the first developers that was on time, on budget, and aesthetically pleasing. And then the stack here is Cake PHP, PostgreSQL, and the front end is just JavaScript and CSS, nothing fancy, maybe e-charts. That's the stack here. And this is available for people to use and log in. There's other components that I developed over the years, but this is what I did last year. So if you like what you see here, you can send me an email at jorge@diengineer.com and I will reply to you guys. Thank you very much for watching.